Okay, so we're out here today doing some testing for my coyote rig that I have set up here for the wintertime. So we're gonna go and see how extreme cold really affects this gun and make sure that it's gonna operate the whole time. So first we're gonna go and take the gun and we're gonna shoot it for some accuracy here first, get it all sighted in, see what it is doing in normal temperatures, because we're sitting right around 32 Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. And then I'm gonna take it and I've got a cooler full of dry ice. We're gonna see what happens when we cool it down and then shoot it again and see if we get any accuracy changes, point of impact changes, and just see how that affects the gun. And then we're gonna go turn it around the other way and we're gonna take our ammo and drop the ammo into the cooler and see what happens when we cool it down versus a gun that's been sitting out in regular temperatures that you're gonna be shooting in. In my opinion, it's not safe to shoot. So we have a big cooler, but not that big. So we're gonna have to pop the back buttstock off of this. I'm also gonna pull the bolt out of this because it's a high likelihood the temperatures that we're gonna get to in the cooler are gonna freeze the bolt interior spring up. So I wanna make sure that that doesn't freeze up and affect what we're doing. So I'm gonna pull that up, I'm gonna pull the buttstock off, and as soon as we get it back out, we'll clip it in the tripod and I'll throw this back on as fast as I can and start shooting it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this open and see if the barreled action and rifle have dropped down to the temperature of the dry ice around it. So we're gonna check it with the thermal and see what it looks like. Looks pretty cold. So you can see it's pretty cold. Like, actually still see where my hand was on the grip. And still a little bit warmer than the dry ice. So I think I'll go and try and bury a little bit more and see what happens. Kind of go from there, so try it out. Okay, so we're gonna check it one more time here for temperature. After we kind of piled up some more of the dry ice around the gun, it definitely started popping and cracking more. So we're kind of curious to see just how cold the gun looks now with the thermal. Okay, so now the gun doesn't even actually appear in the thermal. So it's saying it's like negative. This only goes down to negative 76 Fahrenheit. So we can't actually see the gun standing out anymore. So it's obviously cooled down to the point where it's similar to what we had. So I'm gonna close that back up, throw some gloves on to handle the gun, because I don't want to have a Christmas story situation and stick my hands to the side of the rifle, and we'll get this set up and go. Ooh, that's cold. I don't think I'm gonna see through my scope. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. My real problem is my glass keeps fogging up, or frosting up, I guess. So I'm gonna have to likely only be able to shoot a couple rounds and then have to wipe it again. Okay, didn't chamber too tightly. That's pretty cool though, because it shook all the frost off of it. As soon as I wipe that off, it starts frosting back up. So I sent 9 rounds downrange. In the lens was fogging up within 3 shots. It was like shooting through the worst mirage you've ever seen. And it looks like the speeds are right around the same. It looked like my impacts were a touch higher, but actually as I shot more, the impacts definitely dropped. So we're gonna go down and take a look. The parts that actually weren't in the cooler have actually frosted over too. So even in the buffer tube here, you can see frosted over. The bolt's completely frosted over. You know, even starting to frost over my my anvil head here too. It's pretty freaking cold. So let's go down range and we'll see what it looks like. So we sighted in down here. I ended up using center point and then a couple of the diamonds to sight in with. And then moved up here to shoot a group. See about 1 inch or so. Sitting about 1 inch high off the center. We then froze the gun and I shot 10 rounds here. The majority of the group is right here. So probably around an inch still, with about half the rounds in this little area here. And then you got a couple low ones, likely from me shooting off the tripod and trying to shoot as quick as I can, and also dealing with the scope frosting up really, really fast. So definitely a few challenges we did not expect to see when we were doing this, particularly with the scope and stuff. And we'll see what happens when we have really cold ammo and really cold gun. The bullets might frost up so much that I can't actually chamber them. And I'm kind of curious if it's going to pressure it, so I definitely need glasses on this time because I have no idea what's going to actually happen. I'm gonna shoot this one freehand. Like I'm just gonna put it into the dirt. I don't want to have my face on the gun. Actually chambered up pretty good. Yeah, so that overpressured like heavy duty. I popped the primer, you can see a little bit of black coming around the edge, and the primer's completely flattened. In my opinion, it's not safe to shoot. So I'm gonna stop and we're gonna go and let the gun warm up and try this again and see what happens just with cold ammo. I think the constriction of the chamber and the combined with the frost on the rounds, it's just, it's not safe. So yeah, and I don't wanna hurt myself or the gun, so we'll, or the camera guy. So we'll try to do this a different way. Okay, so we got the gun thawed out now. Took actually about a half an hour with the heat in the truck full blast. So it was really, really cold. We're gonna go and pull the ammo out now of the cooler and see what happens. We know that's likely sitting -70 Fahrenheit, if not a little colder, to see where it's at. Okay. Yeah, so the pressure issues have pretty much gone away. With the gun being warm now and just the ammo being cold, you can see the whole thing's frosted up, and even the rounds are all frosted up on there. So check the speeds. It looks like it dropped back down to around where it was originally with the cold ammo and warm gun. So kind of interesting to see, and we'll go up and check the group. Looks like I got a couple flyers again, but the most of the group is in around an inch again. So we'll see how it goes. This is the group we shot. I'm gonna call these top two flyers for me pulling them, but for the most part it was very stringy. It was still around an inch group if you take out the couple flyers, but definitely more stringy compared to the other groups, even being off a tripod. These are more square. I can't say if it's the ammo or not. The ammo did slow down. It measured about 10 feet per second slower than it was when it was warm ammo, warm gun, and about 30 feet per second slower when it was cold gun with warm ammo. So kind of interesting. Definitely something we've taken to the extreme here for temperatures, obviously, but you know, it's kind of cool to check out and see what happens. So usually we see temperatures slowing down when we have colder ammo, which is what we saw with just the cold ammo in a warm gun. Now, when we had the cold gun and regular temperatured ammo, we saw it speed up, and we figure this is probably because of the condensation constrictions in the actual chamber and in the barrel, likely constricted the bullet a little bit more, building some more pressure and getting some more speed out of it. Did we have it cold enough to like make the metal, you know, contract on the inside as well? I don't know for sure. I'm not a metallurgist, but possibly. But as of right now, I'm gonna go with those two answers. We still got a bunch of dry ice, so now we're gonna shoot it and see what happens.